Welcome back, Lemonade. We talked about people broadcasting globally from their garage, and I think I just meant me. So, welcome to my garage. And here is a poem that I wrote just for you, commissioned just for you, the Lemonade viewers today, and for those that are doing the most in these pandemic times. It's called Bad Nerd. I'm a poor excuse for a nerd. A way too casual collector of comics, a geyser of pointless trivia, you name it. Music, movies, sports, history, politics, and lit. I was a Jeopardy kid. But no Ken Jennings status. I mean, the only thing I ever got right was the glasses. Took all the gifted and talented classes and barely passed them. So what I'm saying is, as far as being a nerd, I give me a B minus because I was bad at it. A BS in biology and a communications master's. But up until just under 2 years ago, I actually thought bachelors meant bachelor. By high school, I was the athlete that spent an uncomfortable amount of time around the actors, sang show tunes in the bathtub, and I actually took it as a compliment when they called the soccer team tap dancers. Now, in 1989, every good nerd knew that Michael Jackson's Leave Me Alone, Leave Me Alone, Leave Me Alone was our international anthem. It was our We Don't Want to Fight song for bullies and parents, and that's where I failed my fellow geek brothers and sisters. Much too much a sucker for cafeteria conversations and pick up basketball to practice lunch table isolationism, whether voluntary or inflicted. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the only time any of us are ever really any good at social distancing is at our 8th grade dance. And just like then, we didn't really want to be. What I'm saying is that I was simply not that bright, but wasn't quite awkward enough either, because when you come from a family as big as mine, you fall in love with crowds, where our first language is love and our love language is loud. And why am I telling you all this? Why would you even care? Like, the first time I set fire to bandages in the nurse's office bathroom, or how we used to talk shit to Officer Brundridge when he was like, y'all better get to class soon, or how I was a virgin virtually when I graduated high school, but by the end of my freshman year, my average was slightly better than average. I'm a bad nerd, but getting better. What I do remember is that scene from 2007's I Am Legend. That scene where the cars were abandoned mid-intersection, streets empty, soccer goals intentionally left untended, just like bars. Nowadays, downtown, the day-to-day without the cars sounds just like Mars after Thanos. The past 8 weeks of hearing everything in HD is sort of like a rapture without the rap. Everybody home, but nobody at the door. But I still never anticipated the dispersion of community to be met with such little aplomb. It's like a zombie apocalypse without the zombies, showing the flu but might as well be a cold war. And while I still have the floor, I want to take a few seconds to thank the essential professions who helped me survive my high school, and you, yours. To the teachers who cared so much, even when caught unprepared, or willing to resurrect a whole school year without walls within a week. All the Zoom graduation parties they'll still attend, even if the commencements don't commence in the end, and all the unspent calories from all the cake they deserve to get, but didn't get to eat. To all the counselors, for all the homeschool therapy, to the front-line cooks who, quiet as kept, have always been compulsory, pre-K through 12 and 13 through hospice, sending you home with seconds and thirds before it was profitable, popular, and proper. To the school nurse, might as well have been an ER doctor, and 25 years later, I feel like an ass for all the PPE I burned the hell up that you hid in the closet. To the firemen who showed up that day before my mom and dad set my ass on fire. To Officer Brundridge, who traded insults with us so ruthless he should have went viral before the virus. I guess that's why he'll always be the illest first responder. To every single custodian who be in them bathrooms with all that vomit, and who would one day be in them hospitals with all those bodies. To the cashier at the bodega round away from the school, who till this day still accepts food stamps for candy. And to all those bus drivers, the original rideshare, who taught us to trust the folk who transport us back and forth safely to and from our families. By now, I hope you get why I'm telling you this, or why you should even care. Because we need each other's help now as much as I did back then. Because as a nerd, good or bad, every day of high school is life or death. And since then, I've never been more afraid or grateful. Until right now, right here, still depending on the kindness of strangers to care.